that is very disturbing. You always have disturbing ones for me.
Well, well, if I don't have disturbing ones, then how are people going to know what's in the news? And how are people going to change? I mean, they have to have, here's the deal. We're all under coconut trees, and we have to shake the coconut to have a coconut hit us on the head, and we go, really? You got our attention. So that's what I do with you. I shake the coconut tree and I get your attention. So that's what I do in media. Okay, so this is a horrifying story. A girl, I think she's about 11, goes on a school trip. Everybody, they all had the parents sign consent forms, blah blah blah. When you go on a school trip, you expect the teachers or supervisors, there's somebody there. There's lots of somebodies there who accompany the kids to keep everybody safe. And you know that it's school sanctioned, so you know it's in your best interest to cooperate and make sure that everybody is doing the right thing when they are away, the kids, I mean. So this little girl gets into bed. She doesn't know that they're sharing beds. She gets into bed, and
First of
supposedly
all, it's
little.
wrong even if it's two
I
girls.
know. See, I agree with that too. What do you
Why are
share
you
beds?
sharing beds? What
I
kind of
know.
school districts does this garbage?
Look, not mine. Okay. So she gets into bed, and there's another person gets into bed there, and they say goodnight. Everybody says goodbye. He whispers to her, I'm not supposed to tell anybody, but I'm a boy, trans. So she is now fearful if she says anything. See what these kids are under, the stress.
But how
If
can
she,
they already make a choice at 11 years old before you've gone through puberty?
oh, which
How
is
can
so
you
bad.
make a choice at
Well,
that
they
point?
can't. They can't. That's a
You
whole other.
can't.
We did shows on that. That's a whole other thing. That whether they're too young to choose, and they are too young to choose. That's child abuse in my book. Okay, um, so he says, I'm a boy. So the girl does not want to tell other girls because they will make fun of her and
Right.
get her into trouble. So says, I have to go to the bathroom. Somehow she had her phone with her, calls her mom. She said, the guy, I'm sharing a bed with a boy. And he just told me he's a boy, but shh, I can't tell anybody. Mother went wild. She said, who authorized this? And the school said, well, we don't know, but we have to take care of our trans kids. And we don't want the boy to get into trouble. So everything went without without being found out. Everything went along until this girl told her mother, and the mother went crazy, and now there's a lawsuit and blah blah blah. This is to be continued because it's not over yet. But imagine a school protecting the boy rather than the girl and all the other girls.
Yep.
I'm
I
sorry.
mean, so it's
It's
protecting.
gone
So
too far.
here's the problem. The problem with this is 11-year-olds, regardless if it's same sex or not same sex, should not be in the same bed together at a school function. That
I
just
agree.
shows lack of resources, and the school district should be sued from that beginning. Secondly, if you have a trans person in the mix in the school district, you make sure that they're going to be in a bed by themselves. Period.
Not in
That's
a room with
the
all the other girls
not in a room
either.
with all the other girls.
So,
If that's the case, if you're saying you're trying to protect them, their identity, there shouldn't be an identity thing. If you are, but
oh,
the thing is, this girl that was a boy or whatever it was should have never told everybody. So that again
this is,
means
but you're talking about the maturity of the brain. And the brain is not mature at 11.
so.
The
What school
brain is
district
not
was
mature
this?
at 20.
What
And
school
now the
district was
scientists
this?
are telling us that that the brain is not mature until they're 30. So you go ahead and say to a kid, oh, you want to change your sex? It's okay. Snip off your penis and you'll live happily ever after. Good luck. How's that going to happen?
Now, my
So we
question
have,
to you is what school district?
I have it in the paper, and in the paper that I
You'll
couldn't
have to
find.
mention it next time. Was it in the Northeast?
Do you want me to find it?
No,
And
you can
maybe,
put it on another time. But I was wondering,
yeah.
well, tomorrow, next show, we're going to find out.
Well, it's too horrifying to see a child, a little girl, who is so stressed out because she doesn't even know how to whisper to her mother into a phone in the bathroom so that the other girls don't hear because they will make fun of her and then she will be in trouble with them, her peer group. This is not right. This
Not
is
right.
This is not right. It is unfortunate. And it's unfortunate that a school system is trying to protect the trans boy over that girl and all the other girls. They are in the same dormitory. This has gotten out of hand. And when you think about the numbers of trans kids there are, what is that? 1%, 2%,
Right.
5%, tiny little percentage. And so we're going to favor those trans kids over the normal kids who need to be protected. This doesn't make sense. Parents are up in arms. It doesn't make sense.
Right.
So this is what, I have friends who have children and grandchildren who are about to go to school or thinking about going to school. And a lot of them are saying we are going to do homeschooling. Well, that's nice to a point, but the child misses out on socialization, which is extremely important for for every child.
Yes.
So homeschooling might teach you cognitive information that you have to know, but it will not teach you emotional information that will process your maturity.
Well,
It's
I think we're going to be going back to the one room schoolhouse because we're going to find out that schools are going to be obsolete anyways in the next 10 years. Because what are we going to be doing but babysitting kids? With the evolution of AI, we're going to have to figure out different ways. And you know, they're already talking about universal income for people that are going to have to stay home because they're going to be out of the workforce for good.
well, how would that work?
Just going to pay
Universal
them to
income.
stay home. And they're going to tax companies based on the AI productivity. That's what I'm hearing.
Well, the times they are changing. That's all I could tell
Yeah,
you.
I mean,
Things are going.
they're changing so dramatically that you have to look and say, can I be replaced by AI, a robot or AI? If I can, then I need to work even harder. And if I can't, I'm not going to be replaced at this point. How can I become better than AI? That's your new
Good luck.
cornerstone.
Yeah, AI is pretty comprehensive.
It's comprehensive. But like I said,
Wow.
what are you going to do in education? You know, the memorization thing. But this is ridiculous. And this school district needs to be blasted for no one reason. Now, yes, protect your trans kids. I might get in trouble in that way. I'm just going to go in the center. Protect them. Don't make them get bullied. Don't let them out all that stuff. Make sure they have rights.
Well, we're all in
However,
favor of that. We
huh?
don't want to see children, whoever they are,
Yeah,
bullied.
exactly. Well, but a lot of people are still that deep where they're going to say we're going to ostracise them. But don't.
No, you don't ostracize
No,
the
no, no,
child.
you can't. You can't. But don't have two 11-year-olds that are getting close to puberty, even if
Oh,
it's two girls sleeping in the same bed
no.
without, they don't do these in camps. They have bunk
Right,
beds.
right.
This just doesn't make sense.
It makes no
What
sense
kind
at all.
what kind of investing was done in this overnight field trip? That's dangerous for schools anyways to do overnight field trips unless you're in some private school. So I want to know more of the
I,
facts of, yeah.
I wish I could find the article right now, but I cannot, not without
I
some
mean,
time.
you and I are both former teachers, and I
Yes,
would never want to be on a
yes.
field trip like that. That's
No.
ridiculous. And to put teachers in that type of environment is ridiculous. And we have to look at this. We have to look deeper into the fact of what they did and what they see, they put a little rubber stamp on something. I did this. I protected trans rights. Did you look at every child's rights? Period.
I Listen, you're not going to get an argument from me. Every single child deserves to feel protected and seen for who he or she is, but don't step on the toes of another child who's also going through maturation and cognitive and emotional development. Do not, because then you are discriminating, and
Oh,
that you cannot have. And here's this little girl who was terrified to go into the bathroom to call her mom. I don't know, and nobody does, how deeply affected that it's unto itself will be when she matures and grows up. May she always have this vision and fear of telling her mom or tattling on somebody who's not doing the right thing. This is this could be for life that she ends up with PTSD over this. This is no joke.
none.
All
So,
right,
I
well,
mean, so that was a great topic. Again, you should be producing for a major news source. All right,
yeah, okay.
drgilda.com. Appreciate it, Dr. Gilda.